As much as I like to be optimistic and be positive, tonight's not the night for that. I wonder what Mike Schultz going to say post game. This was a really bad loss. You can say, oh, well, they fought there in the ninth inning, but come on. Too little, too late. Profar, right off the bat, like that's great to get off to that start. Seems like he's finding a home in that leadoff spot. But when Jurickson Profar is your best offensive player, I think that just says that your offense just isn't that good right now, right? And Nick Lodolo, the Padres made him look like Chris Sale in his prime tonight. And I thought of Chris Sale when I saw Lodolo pitch tonight because of how he was deceptive, kind of the delivery as well, him being left-handed, tall, has more size, bulk is I don't know what the right word is than Chris Sale, obviously. But I definitely see similarities there between those two. And looking at the game logs with Lodolo, I was surprised how well he has pitched so far this season going into tonight. So maybe it shouldn't be that big of a surprise about what happened. Now, they it's okay for Lodolo to, have a quality start against the Padres, but at the same time, we should be surprised even if you knew how good he was pitching this year and you saw the game logs going into tonight, you should still be surprised that the offense was like nowhere to be found. I mean, 23 consecutive guys retired in a row, 23. And this game was a 6:40 start time and it's already over. It's 9:15 right now and it's been over for like 5 minutes. So, really quick game, which it's fine if the Padres are, the ones delivering the Nick Lodolo performance. But when Lodolo is pitching that well and you have an 8-pitch inning, I forget what inning that was, but it was late in this outing, 8-pitch inning. I just feel like that's Padres hitters not being smart enough there. And I saw a lot of swings and misses, not swings and misses totally, but just weak contact on pitches outside the zone. And so you can give credit to Lodolo as well, but you got to have blame on this Padres offense. I mean, that's 5 consecutive losses in a row. And it's not like there's a lot of positives in these 5 losses. I can pick out some, but nothing like get dominated in games 1 and 2, right? Nola and Suarez go, I believe, 8 innings, both of them. Can't do anything there. Sure, they score 6 runs, but then they still don't win yesterday. It's a results-based business. And then today get dominated by Nick Lodolo. He has a 1.88 ERA. So that's not just this outing, but his whole year, like not whole I make it sound like he has 30 starts under his belt. He doesn't, but he has been good going into tonight. But Padres fans don't want to hear that. I'm sure most fans are like, Nick Lodolo, who the heck is that? I haven't heard of that guy before. And so, yeah, it comes off as, man, this is embarrassing what happened. And even if it was Shota Imanaga or it was Tyler Glasnow or Ranger Suarez or Nola, guys that we've heard of, or baseball fans that have, they watch around the league, they know these guys. It's still embarrassing what happened. 23 consecutive batters, and you have postseason aspirations. Tatis has to be better. Crony, I'm not going to get on him. I mean, I was reading Kevin AC, Padres Daily, earlier today about his expected batting average, and it's way better than what he's actually hitting. So if you're going to look at the process and not the results there, I don't think you're like Cronenworth's not the first guy that I look at to blame. Bogart's got a hit tonight, but you look at his season overall, and it's very disappointing. His OPS is over 600. Manny, 695 OPS, 252 average this year. A lot of guys obviously weren't good enough. Just the Padres in general were not good enough. And again, I'll go back to that point that I made moments ago. When Jurickson Profar is your best hitter, we have a problem here. And Profar, he has an average over 300. His OPS is almost 900. So I'm not saying that, like, Jurickson Profar isn't a good baseball player. He's one of those guys, I've said this before, when he's on the Padres, it just feels like that's the fit, and he goes somewhere else, and he's not the same guy. Like, he's a good baseball player, he's an impactful baseball player, and clearly he deserves to be in that leadoff spot and starting every day. But let's remember the contract that he's on. It's a 1-year, $1 million deal. We've got guys that are making, 20 times that for this one season, and they're nowhere near the production of Jurickson Profar. They're not at the production of someone like Jackson Merrill, who is a rookie and is making even less this season than Jurickson Profar. So it's things like that that is irritating. And I tried to stay positive yesterday. I tried to say, there's still some bright spots, but I can't bring that up tonight. You know, Matt Waldron, I guess I can hit on him. Tony Gwynn Jr. said on the TV broadcast, because Mud's not on there this series, but Jr. is saying that Matt Waldron, his job is the 5 starter, keep your team in the game, and he did his job tonight. I guess there was that balk for some reason. But I thought he left pitches over the middle of the plate. The knuckleball was not as good as it has been in some outings this year, and there was hard contact. And what I saw was the Reds taking advantage of pitches that were down the middle, and the Padres didn't do that enough. I mean, Lodolo didn't. To be fair, he didn't leave very many pitches over the middle of the plate tonight. But yeah, the Padres, I feel like, I don't know, that 8 pitch inning, excuse me, that really just sticks in my head right now. Where I don't want to say the approach was bad, because I don't remember exactly where the pitch location was on those pitches that they swung at and how quick of an inning it was. Sometimes a pitcher, he pitches to contact, and that's how he's efficient. And sometimes the hitters swing at the best pitch they think they're going to see in the AB. But still, you're trying to get Lodolo out of the game, right? You got to be conscious of that and try to work the count. That's probably what I would have done. That would have been my message to Padres hitters. But when you don't have a hit and it's 20 batters in a row or whatever it was at the time, 19, whatever it was at the time. I forget what inning it exactly was when it was that quick of an inning, but it was late in the outing. In that situation right there, you're probably like, Padres hitters, you're probably wanting to swing because you want to get that hit. You want to get on base, and the way Lodolo's pitching, you can't rely on him to be walking everyone. Now, he did have a couple walks earlier in the game, and then the Padres had 3 consecutive strikeouts. But shouldn't we sort of expect that when the bottom of the order tonight is Higgy 9th, Zokar 8th, Eggy? Like, shouldn't we expect that? That's not a very good bottom of the order. Merrill didn't play today. He just had a couple days off with the groin injury. So Schilt could say, well, want to rest the groin a little bit, don't want to have him play every day. Why can't he DH? He pinch hit today. He can't DH? Because, come on, would we rather have Eggy Rosario be DHing or Jackson Merrill? I'd rather have Jackson Merrill DHing. I know Lodolo's a lefty, so they probably went with the matchup there, but who's the better player? I want Jackson Merrill in that lineup. So I didn't agree with Schilt's lineup construction, and I hope he doesn't try to spin this positively tonight in the post-game presser, because that's not going to make Padre fans happy.